Let me just ask you, first of all, when you did that decision come about?
For me, it was probably my junior year of high school, I would say. Can't really pinpoint one specific event or thing that made me want to come here. I don't really come from a military family at all, but seemed like a very challenging environment to be in. But definitely one that you're not alone in. You're here with people that think the same way as you do. So I was enticed by the challenge and prestige, I think.
How about you, Lily?
Yeah, so for me, my parents, they were like, yeah, we're not paying for you to go to college. And so I was like, oh crap, I gotta like figure that out. And then like I was telling my mom that I wanted to like be in the military, and of course that like scared the crap out of her. And so somebody, I think it was my dad, was like, well, you know, the military will pay you to go to school, right? And so I was like, wait, that's pretty sick. So we kind of like looked into a bunch of ways to do that, and we're big Annapolis boat show people. So 1 year down here, my mom was like, oh, wait, like, hold on. We've been coming here for 10 years and we've never seen the Naval Academy. So we went and we looked around, and I was like, I was sold. Again, didn't come from a big military family, so I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. But like once you get here, the whole mission and the challenge of it all is like kind of what drives you to stay.
Gotcha. All right. Ryan, how about you?
Yeah, so I actually had no idea what this place was until like second semester junior year of high school, until a coach reached out to me from here to play basketball. So then I looked into it then, and then the more I came here, I learned about like the process and what this place is and how important and how meaningful it is. It kind of really drew me in, and like the challenges that come with it, and like the process, and being able to serve your country after is pretty cool. So I think like basketball is the reason why I came here, and then like just the people and like the opportunity to serve your country and lead people after is kind of why I stayed here.
Gotcha. And how about you, Will?
Knew the Naval Academy was something that I'd like to make a goal to attend for a while, starting sometime in middle school when I was able to come down for a lacrosse camp. And I had some pretty big influences in my life, grandparents, uncles, who served in the military, who definitely pushed me towards following in their footsteps. And I found the Naval Academy to be, like Joe said, the environment that pushes you to be the best military leader or officer of Sailor Marines that it can be. So I made that a goal of mine in high school and tried to work towards that, and was able to get here and enjoy the past 4 years.
Gotcha. So what now for all of you? Where are you all going next after graduation? What is your I got a list of where you're headed, but why don't you tell me where you're going and what you're going to do, starting again with Joe.
I service selected nuclear surface warfare, so I will be headed to Yokosuka, Japan shortly here. I go to San Diego for a little bit of training in the end of June, and then at the end of October, I'll ship off to Japan, meet up with my ship there, and then I'll spend about 2 years there, and then head to Charleston, South Carolina for nuclear power school.
Gotcha. Lily?
Yeah, Joe and I actually did the same thing. So I'm also going to San Diego for some training, and then to Yokosuka to be on my ship. And then after that, 2 years later, we'll be in Charleston. But yeah, we're on different ships, but we have the same job.
So let me just ask you guys before I move on. Nuclear surface warfare. That's what I have on my list here that you all are going to do. Does that translate into any sort of a civilian career when you get out of the Navy? What do you do with that?
Yeah, so the Navy does like have one of the best, I would say the best nuclear power program in the entire world. Like back when the tsunami hit Japan, they shut down every single reactor except for the two that were in port on aircraft carriers. So like that's pretty amazing. A lot of universities will like give you credits. You can get like an engineering management, like a nuclear engineering management master's. And so you kind of end up being like watch captains at nuclear power plants if you would like to. But yeah, it's kind of just a great pipeline, a great certification to have. And it can really bleed. It's kind of the beauty of this profession, is that it really just bleeds into a lot of different civilian fields. more than you'd think. So.
Cool. Okay, Ryan, how about you? What's next for you?
I service selected naval flight officer. So in a couple months, I'll be heading down to Pensacola, Florida for flight school. And so I'll be there for about 2 years. And then after that, I'll be sent to a squadron somewhere, depending on what aircraft I choose and get selected. And then I'll go be there and be with the squadron for a couple years after that.
So then what's that mean you'll actually do in the Navy?
So if you've ever seen Top Gun, it's Goose to Maverick. So it's like the backseat pilot in charge of like weapon systems, navigation, communication. I just won't be flying the plane, but I'll be on the aircraft doing all the other jobs.
Wow. And experiencing those G-forces, huh?
Yes, sir. Hopefully.
Good for you. How about you, Will? What's up for you?
So I selected surface warfare. So in August, I'll be reporting to Jacksonville to get the search and rescue swimmer training, which takes about a month. And then in November, I'll be heading out to San Diego to report to the USS Lake Champlain, which is a cruiser. And before that, I'll have to do some SWO schooling before I attend my ship.
Gotcha. And talk to me a little bit about the Naval Academy experience. How was it different than perhaps, any other college you could have gone to? Obviously, there's a, military side of what you're doing, but in terms of the college experience, is it much the same or is it completely different? Joe?
I think that there are some aspects that are similar, but there are also some aspects that are quite different. Academically, we do take some similar classes that our civilian counterparts would take. We all graduate with Bachelor of Sciences because we have a very math and science focused curriculum. So, for example, I'm an economics major, but I'll graduate with Bachelor of Science because we took classes like chemistry, physics, calculus, thermodynamics, things like that. So in that respect, it's a little different because we focus our academics around naval intelligence, basically, like how we can be proficient when we reach the fleet technically. So that's a little bit different. Obviously, day to day is a little bit different. We'll have formations and usually quite a bit of PT going on. All of us are required to participate in a sport, so that's a little bit different, whether that be intramurals, club, varsity, things like that. So we're definitely busy, but I think that all of us that go here enjoy being busy too. It kind of adds to the challenge and adds to the environment that we're in.
Cool. Anybody else want to add to that, the difference there from maybe any other university you may have gone to?
Oh yeah, I think Joe's the only
Yeah,
one.
I'm the only one that went to school before getting to the academy. So
Okay, gotcha. All right. So how do you feel about graduation and moving on? Talk to me. Let's start with Will and go the other way now. How excited are you for the big day?
I would say there's quite a bit of excitement, and excitement and appreciation would be the two things that I would isolate as we move forward to tomorrow. Appreciation in the fact that there were so many people that got us to where we are today, whether that be family, parents, or the officers enlisted and the fellow midshipmen that we had that got us here, and all the memories that we had over the past 4 years, whether that be summer training, fleet summer, or any other of the day-to-day activities that we've went through over the past 4 years. But then there's the second part, which is definitely excitement. Tomorrow's going to be a big culmination of the past 4 years, but also as opposed to simply graduation, it's a commencement and commissioning ceremony where it isolates that we're moving towards our next step in the fleet, which is just going to be a phenomenal opportunity for all of us to be able to lead and, more importantly, learn as we move forward in the next 2 years. So definitely excited and appreciative of the opportunity.
Cool. How about you, Ryan? What do you think?
Yeah, I think Will covered a lot there, and I think I'll kind of feel the same way. But I think it's just we're all excited. We put a lot of work in the last 4 years. This place really pulls you from all angles and makes you work hard. So being able to come to this final event and really realize that we're finished with the academy, we're able to move on and actually get out to the fleet and lead people and learn and start our careers. It's really exciting. I know we're all excited to get going.
Cool. Now I'll throw you all a jump ball, and it doesn't matter who answers this, but let's let's give one here for the Naval Academy and maybe encourage other young people to consider it. Who wants to put that hat on for a minute and talk about why this would be a great opportunity for anyone that might be qualified?
Yeah, so I actually love talking to like high schoolers and stuff about it. Because I don't know, at my school, like not a lot of people, like I was like the first person in like 10 or 20 years to even think about going to a military school. So I really try to encourage people to think about it and seriously consider it, because honestly, like you can go to regular school, you can go party, like you can do whatever you want, but like those places aren't going to challenge you in literally every aspect of yourself. So I think if you're someone who like values being really well-rounded and wants to like be a leader and make a difference and like actually physically have a positive impact on other people's lives, like this is a really good place to like learn those skills so that someday you can carry off into the world and hopefully change it.
Cool. One more question, and it's sort of the elephant in the room, and the reason I wanted to talk to you all. How unique is it that we have 4 people from Erie, Pennsylvania that are there all at the same time, graduating all at the same time? Well, what's that?
You got it.
I was just gonna say, I feel very blessed that we've had the Erie connection here. I know our parents have been really thankful for it too, because they have a nice network that they can, especially our moms. Our moms talk pretty much on a daily basis about, what's going on. But it's really nice. Will and I went to high school together, but I did not know Lily and Ryan before we got here. So it's really nice to make that connection and have a nice kind of Erie support network here. So.
Also just like to mention that like these 3 are phenomenal friends. In addition to like Erie's a Navy town at the end of the day when you think of Oliver Hazard, Terry, the Bay, boats, etc. And it's just really cool that us 4 are able to not necessarily carry on the tradition, but also looking back, like go home to a place that really appreciates like naval culture and I guess the water at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Don't give up the ship.
And I got to bet over the last 4 years, there was a bit of carpooling going on here.
Yes,
just
quite a
a
bit.
little bit.
Oh yeah.
Quite a bit.
It'd be like like I'm coming down this week. One of the moms would be like, I'm gonna go visit so and so. Like, does anybody want something?
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, I get a text from Ryan. I'd be like, oh, can you pick this up from my house? It's like just really, really neat to be able to like share that. So
I agree.
Naval Academy to Erie, how long does that take?
5 hours and 45 minutes.
You got that down, huh? All right.